Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt. Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. Tonight carries a vibration unlike any other. Tonight, the hidden forces you've unknowingly stirred will rise into full view. Not because you sought them, but because your light, your growth, your undeniable progress has made the shadows restless. Before you lay your head to rest, someone's concealed envy, festering, brewing, seething in silence, will find no more room to hide. They will stumble into actions, into thoughts, into words they will later regret. Archangel Michael has already seen what is forming, already heard what had been whispered, already felt the sharp sting of jealousy directed toward you. And so, heaven moves preemptively, long before the arrow is loosed, building a fortress unseen around you. You are not walking into this night defenseless. You are stepping into it escorted by angels. Understand this now. Spiritual storms often precede the greatest moments of clarity and promotion. When favor falls on your life, it triggers those still lost in their own fears, doubts, and insecurities. They recognize something on you that they cannot explain. They see doors opening that they cannot force open for themselves. They feel a divine spark in you that they cannot extinguish, and so, jealousy stirs. But jealousy is never truly about you. It is about the reflection of their own perceived inadequacies. You must know this tonight. You must anchor yourself in it so their actions do not disturb your spirit. Archangel Michael does not come to you tonight with fear. He comes with preparation. He comes with assurance. He comes with the command of heaven itself, alerting you to stay ready, stay anchored, stay aware. What is rising tonight is not rising to break you. It is rising so heaven can reveal your true authority. Tonight's eruption of hidden envy is not a curse. It is a confirmation. It proves your impact. It signals your coming elevation. The storm is loud, yes, but you, beloved soul, are louder in the spirit. Tonight, defenses have already been set. Shields invisible to mortal eyes have already risen around you. What was meant to wound you will only reinforce your blessing. The jealousy that surges tonight will not derail you. It will be the very sign that your breakthrough is closer than it has ever been. Trust the preparations made on your behalf. Walk into this night with your head lifted, your heart steady, your spirit alive. For Archangel Michael himself commands the battle before you even dream. Hear this, beloved one. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. This is not just a possibility. It is an ordained event moving in your atmosphere. Even now, as your ears listen and your spirit aligns, unseen forces are stirring. In boardrooms, in backrooms, in private conversations, a spirit of envy is latching onto your name. Not because you failed, but because you succeeded where others doubted you. Not because you begged for attention, but because your light made ignoring you impossible. Jealousy cannot find a resting place when divine favor is upon you. And tonight, Archangel Michael has stepped forward, not with warning alone, but with weapons ready, with declarations sealed in heavenly courts, with divine shields fastened around you like armor woven from light. Archangel Michael says, "Be alert, child of destiny." In the next few hours, the spiritual temperature will rise. What was hidden in passive glances will manifest into actions, into words, into exposures of heart intentions. But you must not fear. You must not engage the storm with the same energy it sends. You are higher. You are stronger. You are already surrounded by heaven's elite guards. Tonight is not a night for retaliation. Tonight is a night for recognition. The eruption you will sense, hear, or feel whether directly or indirectly, is your signpost that heaven's attention upon you has increased. You are being watched by those beneath your spiritual rank, and it is making their insecurities tremble. Do not think it strange when emotions around you seem to shift rapidly tonight. Do not doubt when tension arises from unlikely sources. Archangel Michael warns that the eruption of envy may come subtly, a passing comment laced with bitterness, an unexplained coldness from a once friendly face, a rumor ignited in secret corners. But whether the eruption is silent or loud, masked or obvious, it changes nothing about your standing. You are immovable. You are secured. The heavens have already written your defense, and no earthly action can erase it. Even now, Archangel Michael's sword gleams with holy fire, raised high above your situation. Even now, his shield reflects back every curse spoken against you, every foul intention masked behind false smiles. The jealousy that rises tonight will not destroy you. It will expose itself for judgment. It will fold back upon itself, consuming only the very hearts who allowed it to fester. You need only stand still and see the salvation prepared for you. Tonight, Archangel Michael reminds you, this is not just another night. This is a crossing point. This is a holy marking on your timeline. The events that stir tonight signal the removal of old alliances that can no longer travel with you. They signal the promotion your spirit has already earned, but your life has yet to catch up to. You are advancing. You are ascending. And no eruption of human jealousy can hold back what heaven has ordered forward. Take courage, beloved. You are surrounded, you are protected, and you are seen. Heaven moves for you even when enemies gather. Heaven sings over you even when tongues conspire against you. Heaven lifts you even when plots attempt to pull you down. Sleep tonight not in fear but in fierce faith. Sleep tonight as one already vindicated, already victorious, already crowned. Type I am defended in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now flooding your atmosphere. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. Feel the weight of these words as they wrap around your spirit. Not all battles begin with a shout. Some battles are birthed in silence, behind closed doors, in the secret places where wounded hearts whisper their envy. Even now, someone's mind is turning over thoughts of you, and it is not in admiration. It is in resentment. They have seen your elevation. They have seen your resilience. They have witnessed the hand of God lifting you higher and higher. And though their lips may have smiled, their hearts have ached with a bitter fire. Archangel Michael stands watchful tonight because hidden conversations have begun to stir the air. Somewhere, someone is speaking your name in ways you were never meant to hear. Somewhere, in hushed tones and lowered glances, your victories are being dissected, minimized, questioned. Someone thought they knew you. They thought they had measured your limits, calculated your potential, boxed in your destiny. But you, beloved soul, have broken every boundary they placed around your life. You have shattered every limitation they once believed would contain you. And now, they find themselves offended by a destiny they cannot control. Understand this clearly. Jealousy rarely announces itself in grand declarations. It creeps and murmurs. It festers. It twists small misunderstandings into large offenses. Your silence is being misread as weakness. Your kindness is being interpreted as naivety. Your elevation is being labeled as pride. You must not internalize these misinterpretations. You must not wear their projections as your identity. Archangel Michael reminds you, what they see in you is only a fragment of the whole. They have uncovered only a glimpse of your calling, and even that glimpse has unsettled their spirit. The conversations happening behind your back are not just gossip. They are reactions to your growth. They are signs that your next promotion is inevitable. Those who once clapped for you now find themselves clenching their fists behind closed doors. It is not your fault. It is not your burden. You did not ask to be rescinded. You simply dared to rise. You dared to heal. You dared to believe in what God whispered to your heart. And because of that, you have become a mirror to others' insecurities. Where you shine with purpose, they shudder with comparison. Archangel Michael speaks firmly tonight. You are not what their words say you are. You are not what their twisted perspectives try to paint. You are not the version of yourself that wounded hearts create in the darkness. You are light. You are called. You are chosen. And no whispered conversation, no silent jealousy, no hidden resentment can undo the divine narrative written over your life. Tonight, as the energies shift, as the eruptions begin, remember that you are above it all. You are set apart. You are sanctified. You are sealed. There is someone even now watching your steps with suspicion, misunderstanding your motives, twisting your actions in the theater of their own insecurity. But Archangel Michael smiles, for he knows their plans have already failed. Their schemes have already unraveled. Their jealousy has already been turned into the very fuel that will drive you forward. Tonight, the eruption is not your downfall. It is your announcement. It is heaven's trumpet sounding that you have entered a new dimension of visibility and favor. Hold your peace, beloved. Guard your heart. Do not allow the mystery of their jealousy to become a mystery within your own soul. Do not wonder why. Do not ache for their approval. Do not seek to explain what only heaven understands. You are rising because you were created to rise. You are seen because you were destined to be seen. You are envied because you dared to embody the destiny that many only dream of but never pursue. Archangel Michael reminds you, mystery surrounds those who carry greatness. You will not always be understood. You will not always be applauded. You will not always be embraced. But you will always be protected. You will always be defended. You will always be surrounded by heavenly hosts who fight the battles you cannot even see. Sleep tonight with assurance, not anxiety. Sleep tonight knowing that mystery does not diminish your purpose. It magnifies it. Let them wonder. Let them whisper. Let them gaze. For while they focus on your steps, heaven focuses on your crown. Type I receive in the comments if this message resonates. Blessing number 1111 is unlocking your divine shield tonight. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. You must understand something deeper now. What you face is not simply jealousy on a human level. What rises against you is not merely a clash of personalities or misunderstandings. No, beloved, this conflict is spiritual. It is a reaction to the divine oil upon your life. It is not personal, it is purposeful. It is not random, it is targeted. Your very existence threatens the forces that once ruled in the hearts of the insecure. Your elevation signals to the heavens and the earth that a new authority is awakening in you, and not everyone can celebrate what they were never designed to understand. Archangel Michael declares this tonight. Shadows always react to light. Demons always stir when destiny starts to breathe louder. Old strongholds shudder when a child of purpose rises from the ashes of past limitations. That is why you feel the shifting. That is why you sense the tension. That is why the atmosphere around you has grown heavier, more volatile. It is not because you did something wrong. It is because you did something right. You crossed thresholds that your ancestors only dreamed of. You claim victories your bloodline thought unreachable. You are carrying a mantle that demands resistance from the unseen world, but do not fear. Heaven anticipated their reactions long before you ever saw them move. This is not personal, it is spiritual. Say it until your spirit believes it. Say it until your heart is anchored in it. Say it until the arrows of offense bounce off your armor of truth. Those who rise against you are reacting not to your mistakes, not to your failures, but to your light. Your very existence confronts their complacency. Your blessings expose their hidden fears. Your anointing highlights their forgotten dreams. You walk as a mirror to everything they suppressed, everything they abandoned, everything they once hoped for but never pursued. And instead of seeking their own revival, they seek your downfall. Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn tonight because heaven does not take these attacks lightly. What touches you touches the heart of God. What rises against you rises against the armies of heaven. You are not alone in this fight. You are not wandering defenseless. You are not at the mercy of gossip, slander, or betrayal. You are under divine protection, wrapped in layers of spiritual armor forged by the prayers of the righteous, by the decrees of angels, by the promises of the Almighty Himself. You are untouchable where it matters most, in your spirit, in your destiny, in your divine assignment. Beloved soul, you must frame this conflict correctly in your heart. If you frame it as personal, you will respond with bitterness. If you frame it as petty, you will waste energy defending yourself. But if you frame it as spiritual, you will rise above it with dignity, with authority, with divine perspective. You will realize that not everyone can go where you are called to go. Not every voice deserves a seat at the table heaven has prepared for you. Not every relationship can survive the elevation assigned to your name. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are appointed. You are sealed. You are defended. You are ascending beyond reach of those whose hearts refuse to grow. Tonight, as their jealousy erupts, as their hidden disdain leaks into the open, you are not crumbling, you are conquering. You are not sinking, you are soaring. You are not retreating, you are advancing into the very territories God has ordained for you. Let the spiritual framing guide you. Let it steady your mind and stabilize your emotions. Let it remind you that not every attack deserves a counterattack. Sometimes, the greatest warfare is worship. Sometimes, the greatest retaliation is rejoicing. Sometimes, the greatest answer is silence saturated with the awareness of divine favor. Archangel Michael commands you tonight. See the battle for what it is, not for what it appears to be. Frame it correctly, and you will walk through this night untouched, unfazed, unbothered. Frame it correctly, and you will find yourself elevated by the very storm meant to break you. Frame it correctly, and you will discover that the eruption of jealousy is nothing more than a confirmation of your unstoppable rise. Type "I am anointed" in the comments to activate blessing number 444 over your life right now. Let heaven record your alignment. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. Hear this with clarity. The storm that has been rumbling behind closed doors is preparing to break into your visible world. Though it may appear small at first, a comment, a gesture, an unsettling shift in atmosphere, know that these signs are not coincidences. They are manifestations. They are the early tremors before a larger shake. Archangel Michael stands at attention tonight because he knows the timeline is tightening. He sees the schemes ripening. He hears the gathering of whispers as they stretch into action. You must not be caught unaware. You must not be lulled into passivity. Your awareness is your armor now. Listen closely. In the next few hours, subtle movements will try to provoke you. Someone you least expect may deliver a comment that stings deeper than it should. A message may arrive, disguised as concern but soaked in accusation. A post, a rumor, a story slightly twisted may float into your hearing. These will not happen by accident. They are part of the eruption, the boiling over of a heart that can no longer contain its envy. They are spiritual attempts to bait you, to entangle you in a drama that does not belong to you. But Archangel Michael warns, do not be drawn into their arena. You have outgrown their battles. You have graduated beyond their pettiness. Archangel Michael whispers tonight, guard your reactions. Guard your speech. Guard your energy. The ones who are moving against you are desperate for a response. They are desperate for a sign that their jealousy has power over your peace. They want to see you stumble. They want to see you defend yourself, explain yourself, entangle yourself. Because if you lower yourself to their level, you give legitimacy to their lies. If you engage them, you empower them. But if you stay silent, if you stay grounded, if you stay seated in your divine authority, they will crumble under the weight of their own schemes. The enemy moves with urgency because time is running out. The enemy knows that if they do not act now, they lose forever. They sense that your breakthrough is closer than it has ever been. They sense that a door is about to swing open so wide that no human hand can shut it again. That is why they stir tonight. That is why they plot. That is why they stretch themselves to act now, before your full elevation is seen. But it is too late. It is already too late. The decree has already gone forth in the heavens. Your rise has already been written. Your next level has already been unlocked. Their eruption changes nothing. Your action seals only their own fate. Still, Archangel Michael commands vigilance. In the next 3 hours, or perhaps before the morning light touches your window, expect the shift. Expect the messages, the strange behaviors, the odd encounters. Expect the tension. And when it comes, do not fear. Recognize it for what it is. Confirmation, not condemnation. Evidence, not defeat. Every movement against you tonight is an announcement of your unstoppable momentum. Every attack is a validation of your divine appointment. Archangel Michael charges you. Do not waver. Do not explain yourself. Do not rush to correct narratives you did not create. Your truth is not found in their understanding. Your worth is not measured by their approval. Your destiny is not voted upon by human hands. Walk through their attempts like a lion walks through dry grass, majestic, undisturbed, unstoppable. Let your silence thunder louder than any accusation. Let your stillness roar louder than their shallow chaos. Tonight, let it be known in the spirit. You are untouchable. You are unreachable. You are defended by the very armies of heaven. While they plot, you rise. While they gather, you ascend. While they whisper, you are crowned. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Your kindness helps us create more powerful content and spread divine light to many others. Thank you for standing with us. Type I am untouchable in the comments to seal blessing code 1212 over your journey tonight. A new wall of divine protection now encircles you. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. In this sacred hour, where tensions ripple unseen and envy brews in hidden chambers, the call is not to fight with your flesh, but to anchor your spirit. The call is not to explain, defend, or retaliate, but to embody stillness, embody sovereignty, embody divine strategy. Archangel Michael leans close tonight and whispers a timeless command. Stay grounded. Stay silent. Stay victorious. The moment you lower yourself to answer accusation is the moment you delay your acceleration. And heaven has not called you to delay. Heaven has called you to advance. Understand this. Your silence tonight is not weakness. Your stillness tonight is not surrender. It is wisdom. It is warfare at the highest level. Your non-reaction becomes your armor, your unseen sword, your invisible fortress. Archangel Michael reminds you that while tongues wag and rumors rise, you are to remain anchored in the truth that does not shift with public opinion. You are to walk like royalty through the noise of commoners. You are to move like a king, like a queen, like a priest, like a warrior whose victory has already been sealed before a single arrow was fired. Let your stillness preach louder than any defense you could utter. Let your calmness silence rooms louder than your voice ever could. Archangel Michael commands you to stay rooted in the awareness that heaven is fighting battles on your behalf that your human hands were never meant to touch. Every word raised against you tonight, every scheme plotted in darkness, is being intercepted by angelic forces. You must trust the unseen courtroom of heaven more than the visible courtroom of human gossip. You must believe that vindication is rising even now like the dawn. Heaven is not requesting your defense. Heaven is decreeing your deliverance. Heaven is not asking you to explain yourself. Heaven is commanding you to walk as if the verdict has already been read, and it has. And the verdict reads, justified, protected, elevated, unstoppable. Therefore, beloved, protect your energy tonight. Shield your focus. Guard your atmosphere. If the phone rings with chaos, do not answer. If messages arrive laced with manipulation, do not engage. If invitations come dipped in drama, do not attend. Stand as a fortress unmoved by the earthquakes of small minds. Archangel Michael speaks with fierce tenderness tonight. Your assignment is too precious to be pulled into petty warfare. Your destiny is too vast to be contaminated by reactions rooted in insecurity. You are standing on the edge of something massive, something holy, something irrevocable. Let no eruption of jealousy distract you from the wide gates of favor that are swinging open even now. Let no whisper pull you from the roar of destiny that calls your name. Remember this: battles you avoid by wisdom are battles you win without scars. Victories achieved without unnecessary conflict are victories that leave you whole, untainted, and free to run unburdened into your next chapter. You were not created to wrestle endlessly with critics, nor to argue with smallness. You were created to reign. You were created to ascend. You were created to blaze trails so bright that the shadows behind you can no longer keep pace. Breathe deep tonight. Feel the shield of peace wrapping around your heart. Feel the armor of stillness cloaking your mind. Feel the wings of angelic defense stretching wide around your territory. You are not left vulnerable. You are not abandoned to chaos. You are defended by ancient forces that have never lost a battle. You are covered by a kingdom whose walls have never been breached. So rest tonight, not as one surrounded by enemies, but as one escorted by heaven itself. Rest as one whose defense is a testimony. Rest as one whose silence will echo louder than any accusation. Rest as one who had been marked by divine favor, moving forward untouched, unstained, and unshaken. Type "I choose stillness" in the comments now to release blessing code 555 over your mind and your path tonight. The peace of heaven descends upon you as you align. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. But listen to the deeper drumbeat rising under this storm. Hear the deeper invitation embedded inside the clash of unseen entities. You are not just called to survive this eruption. You are called to rise because of it. You are not merely called to endure the waves. You are called to ride them to new shores of destiny. Archangel Michael reveals tonight that the eruption of jealousy is not your undoing. It is your unveiling. It is your acceleration. It is the storm that strips away false attachments and reveals the true, royal nature within you. Tonight, as their words attempt to tear, your identity will only become more solid. Tonight, as their actions seek to provoke, your peace will only deepen. Tonight, as envy spills over from unseen wells, your crown will only gleam brighter in the spirit realm. You are not who they thought you were. You are not who they imagined you to be. You are not the limited version they once boxed and labeled. You have outgrown their expectations. You have transcended their ceilings. You have become a living contradiction to every curse they secretly wished upon you. And now, they scramble to understand what heaven has been constructing in silence. Archangel Michael proclaims, their jealousy cannot reach you because their understanding cannot contain you. They cannot touch what God has sealed. They cannot curse what God has crowned. They cannot derail what God has decreed. Tonight, the eruption is nothing more than a failing attempt to grasp something they were never qualified to hold, the evidence of favor on your life. You are not sinking into their projections. You are stepping into your promotion. You are not bending under their weight. You are soaring above their confusion. You are not explaining yourself downward. You are ascending into the fullness of your destiny without apology. Take a deep breath, beloved. Feel the surge of heaven's approval behind you. Feel the confirmation rising like fire in your bones. You have been tested in silence, and now you will be rewarded in visibility. You have wept where no one saw, and now you will dance where all must witness. You have carried burdens that almost crushed you, and now you will carry blessings too heavy for envy to lift. This is your hour of hidden victories becoming public honor. This is your hour of quiet battles becoming loud breakthroughs. This is your hour of underground seeds bursting into unstoppable harvests. They called you weak, but you were simply wise. They called you silent, but you were simply strategic. They called you detached, but you were simply discerning. They called you distant, but you were simply destined. You no longer fit into the molds they created for you because you were never made by their hands in the first place. You were crafted by divine wisdom. You were formed by eternal purpose. You were breathed into existence by love himself. No jealousy, no gossip, no betrayal can rewrite the manuscript of heaven written about your life. Archangel Michael commands you to walk with your head high tonight, not because you are arrogant, but because you are aware that the kingdom within you is unshakable, aware that you are royalty navigating a realm filled with those still searching for their crowns, aware that storms, even storms of envy, are simply tools in the hand of God to sculpt you into your fullest, finest form. You will rise out of these ashes. You will ascend above this noise. You will thrive beyond this storm. You will glow in the aftermath, undeniable, unshakable, unstoppable. And tonight, Archangel Michael reminds you that elevation often feels lonely because few are permitted on the heights you are called to walk. But loneliness is not punishment. It is protection. It is preservation. It is preparation for the kingship awaiting you. Type I am rising in the comments right now to ignite blessing code 888. A supernatural elevation is now being set in motion for you. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. But hear this. Tonight is not about endings, it is about unveilings. Tonight is not about destruction, it is about revelation. Tonight is not about enemies prevailing, it is about destiny triumphing. What is unfolding around you, beloved soul, is not chaos, it is clarity. What is breaking apart is not your peace, it is the false structures that could not support your next level. What is rising tonight is not just jealousy, it is the undeniable evidence that you are stepping into a season where no enemy's whisper can compete with heaven's roar over your life. Archangel Michael reveals that a prophetic shift is already underway. As envy erupts, truth will emerge. As tongues wag, divine favor will settle heavier upon you. As misunderstandings rise, your purpose will crystallize with more precision than ever before. There will be no mistaking what side you are on. There will be no doubting whose hand is on your life. The Holy Spirit is moving even now to separate the genuine from the counterfeit, the loyal from the leech, the assignment-driven allies from the attention-driven opportunists. And when the dust clears, you will see with eyes sharpened by heaven's vision. Someone will come forward with truth. Someone, perhaps an unexpected voice, will speak clarity into a situation that once seemed shrouded in confusion. Someone you thought lost to jealousy may become a surprising witness to your integrity. But even if no voices arise in your defense, know this: heaven speaks louder than any earthly testimony. Heaven is your advocate. Heaven is your judge. Heaven is your witness. And heaven has already ruled in your favor. Do not mourn what falls away in this hour. Relationships built on convenience must be tested by the fires of calling. Connections rooted in shallow soil must be exposed so that your roots can stretch deeper. Archangel Michael declares, the divine pruning happening tonight is not loss. It is preparation for greater fruitfulness. You are not losing stability. You are gaining strength. You are not losing people. You are gaining purity. You are not losing access. You are gaining authority. Feel it, beloved. Feel the chains of needing human approval falling away from your spirit. Feel the old soul ties to false alliances being severed by the sword of truth. Feel the old burdens of explanation slipping off your shoulders. You are stepping lighter into your destiny. You are moving freer into your future. You are shedding what cannot survive where you are called to soar. And in place of what falls away, divine replacements are already aligning. New alliances built on covenant, not convenience. New relationships forged in the fires of purpose, not flattery. New platforms designed not for your ego but for your impact. New doors opening not because of manipulation but because of divine orchestration. You are stepping into a space where no human hand can take credit for your ascent. Only God, only grace, only divine appointment. Archangel Michael decrees, peace will arrive in unexpected ways. Joy will spring up in surprising places. Vindication will come wrapped in forms you never anticipated. Some of the very people who plotted your fall will witness your elevation and be forced to testify that only God could have done it. Some of the very voices that criticized will be silenced by the magnitude of what heaven births through you. This is your final test before your next elevation. This is the last trembling before the birthing. This is the final wave before you land on a new, promised shore. Do not be distracted. Do not be discouraged. Do not doubt for one moment the goodness of the God who has carried you this far. He has not brought you to this hour to abandon you. He has not allowed this stirring of envy to break you. It has been allowed to make you unbreakable. Tonight, your spirit is being sealed. Your destiny is being fastened with bolts of iron and cords of gold. Your name is being whispered in heavenly places for honor, for commissioning, for favor unimaginable. You are crossing over. You are stepping in. You are rising now. If this message has ignited something inside you, and you feel led to support, you can bless the mission through a super thanks with contributions up to $20. Your support empowers us to continue speaking light, truth, and prophetic clarity across the world. We are grateful for every soul who stands with us. I am crossing over in the comments to activate blessing code 999 now. Your elevation is being finalized as you align your spirit. Before you sleep tonight, someone's jealousy will erupt, and Archangel Michael is already preparing your defense. This is not a warning for fear. This is a declaration for action. Now is the hour to respond, not in panic, not in retaliation, but in prophetic agreement with heaven's movement. Now is the time to rise into the atmosphere where the enemy's whispers cannot breathe. Now is the time to activate your alignment through faith, decree, and bold spiritual posture. Archangel Michael calls you tonight to step forward, spirit firm, voice clear, heart surrendered. Declare over yourself what heaven is already singing. I am rising. I am protected. I am untouchable. I am crowned. Move into agreement. Move into spiritual posture. Move into the flow of destiny already rushing toward you like a mighty river. Type your declarations. Speak your affirmations. Let the heavens record your faith in motion. Every step you take in agreement tonight widens the door, strengthens the shield, deepens the favor. You are not here by accident. You are not encountering this word by coincidence. This is your divine checkpoint. This is your sacred summoning. This is the voice of destiny thundering into your timeline, reminding you that no eruption of human jealousy can detour divine promotion. Your response tonight matters. Your action tonight matters. Your faith tonight matters. If ever there was a night to move in agreement with heaven's rhythm, it is tonight. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Tonight. Before your head touches the pillow, settle it within your spirit that you are already victorious, already defended, already sealed for elevation. Raise your voice in gratitude even if you feel misunderstood. Raise your hands in surrender even if you feel betrayed. Raise your heart in worship even if you feel attacked. There is a line being drawn tonight. A separation between those who are called and those who simply observe the called. A divide between those who rise and those who recoil. You are called to rise. You are destined to ascend. You are ordained to be light in a world that would rather you shrink. Archangel Michael watches even now for the movements of your spirit. He watches for those who will not bow to fear. He watches for those who will not be baited by drama. He watches for those who will stand tall in silence, trusting that heaven's vindication is stronger than man's accusations. So rise. Rise without apology. Rise without hesitation. Rise without needing to explain why you are blessed, why you are chosen, why you are crowned. The river of blessing is rushing. The gate of favor is swinging wide. The song of destiny is reaching a crescendo, and your name is woven into its melody. Move now. Move by faith. Move by decree. Move by silence rooted in heavenly confidence. Type I move in victory in the comments now to open blessing code 333 into your life. A fresh anointing of acceleration is being released upon you. And when the enemy whispers again, when the jealousy erupts louder, when the conversations grow thicker with misunderstanding, you will smile, not because you are mocking them, but because you already know how the story ends. It ends with you standing. It ends with you thriving. It ends with you victorious beyond measure. You are light in human form. You are heaven's defiance against darkness. You are the revelation that no storm can silence, no scheme can erase, no jealousy can dim. Let them whisper. Let them plot. Let them misinterpret. You rise. You shine. You ascend. You are not a victim. You are the revelation. You are not broken. You are the breakthrough. Tonight, Archangel Michael has wrapped you in a mantle of defense so strong, so radiant, that the fires of envy will only polish your crown. Sleep in peace. Wake in power. And walk every step knowing you are the living proof that favor cannot be stopped. Final declaration. I am defended by heaven, crowned by destiny, and unstoppable by any earthly force. I move forward, I rise higher, I reign now.